Hey guys, welcome back to another Set It Up video. Today we're going to be taking a look at a two-player game. Maybe you're looking for a two-player game, maybe you're not. If you are, this is a really good two-player game. The game is Jaipur, and in Jaipur, players are vying for the position of the Maharaja's personal goods, trade, and exchanger. Players are going to be competing by trading and exchanging goods and then selling those goods for rupees. The player that has the most rupees at the end of the round wins that round, and the player that wins 2 out of 3 rounds wins the game and wins that coveted position of the Maharaja's trader. Let's start by going through the components, starting here with the goods cards. The goods cards are the cards that players are going to be collecting, trading, and selling during their turn. They don't really have a face value per se, they just simply represent the type of card that a player is collecting or trading. They come in 6 different types: diamonds, gold, silver, cloth, spice, and leather. And then there's also a camel card, and the camel card is a little bit different because it doesn't actually play from your hand. You're actually going to place those in front of you, and this is what's called your herd. So this is where you're going to place all the camel cards you get, and this is your herd of camels. And camel cards are used as substitution cards. So as you're exchanging goods, you don't necessarily have to give up goods that you have in your hand. You can exchange camels in place of those goods. So it's a nice way to save cards in your hand that you don't necessarily want to be getting rid of because you're trying to collect certain types of goods, but you have camels and you want to get rid of those and push those in place of goods that you might want to trade from your hand. And as you collect goods, you're going to be selling these goods. And whenever you sell a good, that's when you actually collect a goods token, which is over here on the left. And the goods tokens, they do have a face value. This is the points in the game. This is what you want to be collecting. For every good you sell, you pick up 1 goods token that matches the type of good that you sold. So if you sold 1 cloth, you'll pick up 1 cloth goods token. And the goods tokens, you can see, are arranged from high to low in terms of goods value. Diamonds are the most valuable in the game, all the way down here to leather, which are the least valuable. And you can tell by the value by if we pick up one of these tokens. Let's take a look at the cloth. You can see that they're kind of color matched back to the type of good. So cloth has a pink color, but it also has the cloth illustration. And then on the outer perimeter of the token, you can see that it has the number 5, and that tells you how many rupees that this token is going to be worth. And then if you flip it over, it has an image of the rupees, and then again that number 5 to signify that's how much this is going to be worth. And each of the goods types actually have different values, not only from high to low, from diamond down to leather, but the tokens themselves have different values starting from the top token down to the bottom token. So the top token is worth the most, and then the bottom token is worth the least. So if we take a look at the spice stack here, the top token is worth 5, goes down to 3, then down to 2, and then all the way down to 1. So sells that you make early in the game are actually going to give you higher value tokens versus the goods that you sell later in the game. The next type of token we have over here, these are pretty neat because this encourages bonuses or combo moves to happen in the game. And there's 3 different types of bonus tokens. There's 3 card bonus, 4 card bonus, and 5 card bonus. And what these do is that whenever you sell goods that match, so if you sell 3 matching spice, then you're also going to pick up, in addition to the 3 goods tokens that you would place in your play area, you're also going to pick up one of these bonus tokens. And the bonus tokens are identifiable by the type of bonus that it is with the number of cards printed on the front. But then you can see that they have question marks on the outer perimeter of these tokens. And that's because these are random. You don't really know what the value of this is going to be until you pick it up and then you flip it over. Again, you see the image of the rupees. And for this one, it's worth 2. And the 3 card bonuses can actually be worth 1, 2, or 3 rupees. The 4 card bonuses can be worth 4, 5, and 6. And then the 5 card bonuses can be worth 8, 9, and 10. So it's a nice way to create additional points or additional rupee value in the game and encourage players to try to stack up the number of cards that they're selling in the game. One thing to point out though is the higher value goods such as diamonds, gold, and silver, you have to sell at least 2 of those on a turn anyway. Whereas the cloth, spice, and leather, you can sell as many as you want of those. You can sell singles or you can sell doubles, triples, it doesn't matter. But for the higher value, you have to sell at least 2. But to even get any of these bonus tokens, you're going to have to sell at least 3 to get that first tier of bonus token. The next type of token that we have over here is the Camel Token. And the Camel Token simply has the illustration of the camel in the front, and then it has the 5s around to show that it's worth 5 rupees at the end of the round. Flip it over, same thing. Image of the rupees, and again in large print, the number 5 of what it's worth. And this token actually goes to the player that has the most camels still left over in their herd. So this is kind of a small bonus to the player that maybe didn't have to use a lot of camels as substitution cards whenever they were making trades and exchanges. So that player at the end of the round will pick this up and get an additional 5 rupees. The last token to take a look at is the Seals of Excellence, and there's 3 of these. These tokens simply go to the player that wins the round. So the player that can win 2 Seals of Excellence wins the game. That's the components for Jaipur. The setup is super simple. The setup is really fast in this game. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're just going to simply want to arrange the goods tokens just like I have here from high to low, putting the bonus tokens kind of here in the middle to split the 2 types of goods, just to show that, or just to remind players that these top 3 goods, they do have to be sold in minimum of 2, whereas these bottom 3 types of goods, they can be sold in any number that you want. You're going to take the bonus tokens and you're just simply going to make sure that there's 3 piles of those in accordance to the type of bonus that you have, a 3, 4, or 5. And then you're just going to simply shuffle those up because you want to make sure these are randomized. Camel token over here, just easily accessible. Seals of Excellence, easily accessible for all players. And then to set up the goods deck, you're going to just draw out or find 3 camels and place them into the market, because this is where players are going to be exchanging and trading goods. This is called the market. After you get 3 camels out in the market to start the market off, you just simply deal out 5 cards to each player, and that's each player's starting hand. And then you're going to set this deck over here to the right of the market, and then simply draw out 2 additional cards to complete the market, because there should always be 5 cards in the market. Players are going to take their cards, look at them. If they have any camels in their hand, they're going to go ahead and take those and set them in front of them to start their herd, because those cards don't play from your hand, they play from the table. And then play begins with the first player. And you're going to be selling or exchanging for goods during each of your turns, trying to collect these goods tokens so that when one of 2 things happens, either this draw deck is depleted or any 3 of the goods token stacks are depleted. One of those 2 things happens, that ends the round, and the players then will add up the number of rupees they've collected, and the player with the most rupees gets that Seal of Excellence. They won the round. The first player that can get 2 of those seals wins the game. And that's the setup for Jaipur. It's a really fast game to set up. It's a fast game to play. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's a great 2-player game. Let me know if you guys liked the video by giving me a thumbs up below. Let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment box below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode.